You might get it, right? You might the Neuralink. When they want to put a chip in your brain, which is the mark of the beast, you might give up. That's why you got to build faith. And how do you build faith and whatnot? You got to go through shit and believe in the Lord to deliver you. If everything is all good, if everything is all good, if you're not going through anything and stuff, how can you build your faith in another individual and stuff when you guess what? You always have something that you can do to get out of a situation and stuff. You see? How? How? How can you build faith when faith is leaning upon someone that's outside of your power? When you can't do nothing for yourself? How can you build it up if you always can do things take matters into your own hands and solve problems for yourself instead of leaning upon an entity that need to come through with divine intervention and stuff just to save you? It's called a miracle, right? It's called a miracle. How you expect a miracle to come into fruition when you always are in a situation and stuff to handle your own problems? How can you build your faith? How can you build your faith? You got to build your faith. And how you build your faith? By going through shit. If you ain't going through shit now, your faith might fucking crumble. Maybe, God forbid, you know what I'm saying, right? Because there's going to be individuals who got less faith than others, right? But the thing is that you want to build in as much as you can and whatnot and stuff, and you're going to have to go through these trials. You're going to have to go through shit. You know what I'm saying? There's brothers and stuff that's locked up already. There's brothers that get beaten to death. Actually, Abba Bivens, who we believe is Elijah. The thing is that Abba Bivens and stuff got beaten to death. 144. He got beaten to death. We can get slain by our own people. We can get slain by the heathens. Are you still going to have faith then? When your life is really on the line, are you going to have faith then? This Hebrews 11:9, it says, by faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles, tents, right? Being a pilgrim, a lot of us going to be going through that as well, right? We're going to live like pilgrims. We're going to be pilgrims on the earth, like it says in 2 Ezra 16. It says, with Isaac and Jacob, it says, the heirs with him of the same promise. It said, for he looked for a city which have foundation, whose builder and maker of the Most High. It says, through faith also Sarah herself received strength. It says, through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed. And hey, when it comes down to a lot of you women and stuff, don't think that you just finna get on some elect, do all good. No, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, as it says in Philippians 2:12. You see, right? You're going to have faith too. Hey, what if the Lord and stuff use your unbelieving husband and stuff just to save your ass? You see? And you got to have faith and stuff that the Lord is working with you, or he with you, to use this unbelieving husband and whatnot and stuff just so he can keep you out of jams. You see? Because at the same time and stuff, look, when it comes down to it and stuff, not every woman and stuff is going to slide on some leg penis. Right? You might be with some unworthy dick, you know what I'm saying? But you happen to be the worthy pussy. I'm Salaki, I'm bringing it out like this. I said I was going to be blunt in the beginning. But you might be on some unworthy dick. And you might you might see and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it this way. And yet you will still get saved. When you read Deuteronomy 22nd chapter and stuff, the father is supposed to choose the husband for his daughter, right? So if we're the daughters, no, if would you be an actual daughter and stuff, right? Would you be an actual female? Would you being a daughter and whatnot and stuff? Guess what? The Lord's gonna link you up. Even if he gonna kill your unbelieving husband, right? You either gonna be by yourself and stuff, and the angels are protecting you, or you gonna come across a man of the Lord and stuff, and that's wordy dick for that wordy pussy, right? And what's gonna happen is if it don't happen like that, if you get beamed up and stuff, guess what? The Lord's gonna set you with one of His elect men. It's gonna be arranged marriage. You see? So this is Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11. This Hebrews 11, verse 11. It says, through faith, also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered of a child when she was past age, right? Because we already know that, guess what? When women get older, guess what? They don't ovulate like that. They go through menopause. The eggs don't develop like that and stuff for them to get pregnant, right? It says, when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. It says, therefore sprang there even of one. It says, in him as good as dead. It says, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the sea should shore innumerable. You know what I'm saying? The nation of Israel, right? We look like everybody now, right? It says, verse 13, it says, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, but have seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. It said, for they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. It says, and truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, it says, they might have had opportunity to have returned. It says, but now they desired a better country that is in heavenly, right? And the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, right? You ain't just going to be floating in the clouds, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be on earth, you know what I'm saying? But America is not going to be dwelt upon, right? Except by animals. And we're not animals, we're gods. You see? And we're going to have the heathens and stuff in our land, building up our land at that. We built up America, they got to build up the kingdom. You see? Right? And it says, but now, verse 16, it says, but now they desire a better country that is in heavenly, wherefore the Most High is not ashamed to be called their power. It said, for he had prepared for them a city. And that's what we're doing, right? So you got to maintain your faith. You got to hold on to it for dear life. I'll tell you a dream, right? I had this dream in the past, right? Pretty much the stuff, I was hanging off this tower, right? And I had a pole, and what I was hanging onto a pole, you know what I'm saying, where my fingertips and stuff was holding me. So I was grabbing onto it, you know what I'm saying, right? I didn't have like a firm grip, you know what I'm saying, you know? So my hand was expanding and stuff, but I'm holding at the fingertips. Here it is and whatnot and stuff. I see people to the left and right to me and stuff, and they falling off. And this wind came out of nowhere, hit me in the chest. There was a space right there and stuff, so I'm holding at the fingertips. You know what I'm saying, right? And I got a wind and stuff that's hitting at my chest. That's affliction. So I'm getting hit at the chest and stuff, right? And I see other people and stuff, they fall and they fall and they fall. If you look down and whatnot and stuff, guess what? You see the street, you already know from that height and stuff, you're gonna go splat and you're gonna die, right? So I'm holding on and whatnot and stuff. I'm looking left and right and whatnot and stuff, and I'm holding on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's how you gotta be when it come down to it and stuff, because guess what? If you lose your faith, you gonna die. You're gonna be a 2/3 if you're an Israelite, you see? You know? And you're gonna be in a whistle with a coulda woulda, high spirit and stuff. You're gonna be feeling sad, you're gonna be feeling salty because you ain't fucking hold on. You're gonna have to hold on. Even if you by yourself, you're gonna have to hold the fuck on. Because if you don't hold on, then guess what? You got nothing but death coming your way. And it ain't gonna be a righteous death. You ain't gonna die for the Lord. You're gonna die because you quit. And as it says in Daniel 12:2, it's gonna be a lot of people and stuff that's gonna sit up, a lot of Israelites who are gonna be sitting up here, they're gonna come to the truth, right? They're gonna be awakened, they're gonna get woke up, but they're gonna quick lay it down the line and whatnot and stuff, and they're gonna sit up here and have everlasting shame and contempt in the kingdom. Just imagine you over here beating yourself up where it's like, man, I should have kept going, man. I should have kept fucking going, man. Man, I should have never quit. You gonna beat yourself up. You ain't gonna blame nobody else. You ain't gonna point the finger. You gonna look yourself in the mirror and stuff and cuss yourself out because it's like, man, I should have kept going. So maintain that faith. Maintain it. I don't give a fuck how hard it is. Keep going. Even if you gotta die, guess what? Hey, the scripture says that guess what? We finna get glory like no other. And what happens when it comes down to the underdogs? They get shitted on, but then they rise in the end. And we hoping to get a crown and whatnot. Not no Burger King crown. We hoping to get a crown of incorruption. I hope this was edifying. I'd like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakodash. Double honors to apostles of great millstone. Salutations to the elect, which we hope to be. Shalom with a barber ball. Kwam Yashrullah.